concluded that the President had improperly and in violation of the provisions of the Code and the Act exposed himself to a situation involving the risk of a conflict between his official responsibilities and his private interests, or used his position to enrich himself and his son through business by African global operations. There was no evidence supporting this finding. Instead, the evidence showed that African global operations donated 500,000 rand to the CR17 campaign. This cannot by any stretch be interpreted to mean that the President used his position to enrich himself or his son through African global operations. Both the President and his son knew nothing about the donation. Even if one were to accept that the bank records relating to the EFG2 trust account showed that one of the beneficiaries was the Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation, this does not support the finding made for a number of reasons. First, the link between the EFG2 account and African global operations is the sum of 500,000 rand donated by the CEO. There was no evidence that the African global operations ever made a contribution to the funds in the EFG2 account other than this amount. Second, there was not a shred of evidence that African global operations or the President and his son had anything to do with the operation of that account. Instead, the evidence on record is to the effect that the President had no say and was not involved in the running of that account. This evidence was not disputed. Therefore, on this evidence, the President was not involved in the payments made from the EFG2 account to the foundation carrying the President's name.